Welcome, everybody, to Hot Take with Mr. H. I'm Mr. H, and today we're going to give back to the people that commented on my Facebook. This is going to be real random. I asked them what they would like for me to talk about. These are some of the topics. We're going to go through them randomly. Hope you enjoy. Check this out. So, the first one I saw was coming up with food truck gimmicks. Of course, everybody has tacos, everybody serves burgers, hot dogs. As a food truck, you got to stand out. You got to put something that, find a niche that nobody has that's that'll really stand out. I've had a couple food trucks myself. Back then, during the pandemic, we had Nashville inspired chicken, which is fried foods. Our competitor was Dave's Hot Chicken. They're here now. We had a lot of success. We won a couple of contests because we made it unique. One of the things that we did, we had a bao bun sandwich, which was a hot chicken in a bao bun, which is like an egg bread. And we put some of the microgreens, and we made it real culinary, real nice, real sharp. And we ended up winning a contest. The only contest that we really did, we won first place from the judges' standpoint. Some of the kids that we're mentoring, they have a lobster cone, and they're finding very success. Some of the secrets on food trucks is you're only getting so many people at a time. So, discounting is not the way to go. If anything, you want to put your price up as high as you can. With the food trucks being said, since you don't have that many people coming in, you want to put something that's a high price item it's going to provide value. It's going to be Instagrammable. It's going to be different. So that's my recommendation for food trucks: is find a gimmick, get a good wrap, provide great service, and you're on your way. Roller coasters. This is just random. Like I said, gorditos and gravity don't mix very well. So I'm not a big fan. I don't know how I did it when I was growing up. I would get on all the rides all the time. We had Fiesta Texas season passes, and I'd get on the Rattler all the time. And now I won't even look at it because I'm afraid. But the plus side of being a gordito is you're going to be hard to get kidnapped. It's going to take 2 or 3 guys to kidnap you. So that's a plus side of being a plus size. So that's it on the roller coasters. The do's and don'ts of the service industry. Gosh, there's a lot of them. Some funny, some hardcore. But obviously, you want to kill them with kindness. You want to provide great customer service. Like my boy Nano said, you don't serve drinks or food, you serve people. Once the people feel that you're taking care of them, they'll come back and they become raving fans. Chronicles of a Hobo. This is very random. Shout out to Rudy Juarez. All right. Who would like for me to bring a homeless man and interview him? I think it'd be a great opportunity to get in the mind of somebody like that, without putting them down or making them feel less. I mean, he's, at the end of the day, he's still a human being. And I think it'd be great to, pick his brain and see what goes through his mind. What do y'all think? Let me know. People that drive slow on the left lane and wondering why people hate them. Quit being an asshole. Be considerate of other people driving. And this goes not only in the traffic, this goes at the grocery aisle. This goes at the airport. Pretty much where people are congested, be considerate that people are around you. You're not alone. It's not your place. So don't be an asshole. Be considerate. And that's my take on it. People get mad when you honk at them. If you don't want to be honked, get out of the way. Also, if you're in a hurry, you started off wrong because you're in a hurry. Why are you in a hurry? Because you chose to wake up later. Whatever excuse you want to use. If you want, leave on time is my recommendation, and you'll get there a lot faster and without any worries, without no tickets. So that's my take on traffic. How to become successful. And this one here, guys, it's easy, but it's not at the same time. Pretty much the way you become successful is you have a goal. You're gonna put it down, write it down, put a circle, and then you're gonna see how much noise filters in through your circle. If it's a lot more than 50%, then you need to reduce the noise, guys. You got to stay focused. You got to sacrifice. Maybe you can't be there for a quinceañera, a birthday, a Christmas, a Thanksgiving. I haven't been with my family for Thanksgiving for over 20 years. Why? Because I run a restaurant, and that's one of our biggest days. So I have to sacrifice Thanksgiving. But that being said, we just find time. I'll go maybe a week after, a week before, and we'll celebrate it another day. And that's how I get around it. This past year, I had my sister come down, and she came down for Thanksgiving, so we had it there at my house, which was really very nice. But yeah, so what you want to do is you want to reduce your noise. Do you have to go out? What happens when you go out? You get drunk. What happens the next day? You don't feel good. You're gonna be able to perform. Also with food, guys, and I've taken this because I had weighed over 350 pounds, and now I'm down to 260, and I still need another 60 pounds to go, at least for my goal. Once I get there, I'll get another goal. But yeah, just reducing the noise. I've been just being very boring. It's not about being boring, it's about being consistent. When you're consistent, you get there faster to your destination. So just with that, just be consistent, guys. We talked a little bit about the changes in the Midtown district. We had an attorney come by and he gave us his point of view and what the do's and don'ts. And also, we had two bar owners that came in and they gave us their perspective. But now I want to bring in like two bartenders, and I want to get their point of view from behind the bar and what they see, the do's and don'ts. And I'm sure they have plenty of stories that they could tell. Leveling up strategies, that's kind of like how to become successful, reducing the noise, having a game plan, sticking to it, being consistent. You'll get on your way. You'll be way on your way. Mike Lopez, ya está. I mean, that's pretty much what it is. Ya está. And happy birthday. I know it was your birthday not too long ago. Let's see here. Rolando, let's collab. Sure will. We will down the future. I got our list here, but we'll definitely do something together. Okay. Well, here's a juicy one. Church. What's my topic or my hot take on church? So I'll tell you this. I was at church one Sunday, and the priest said, "How many of you are perfect?" And about three or four raised their hand, and they kind of looked. They were kind of sure, but they still raised their hand. And the priest said, "Okay, let's give them a round of applause." Everybody give them a round of applause. So everybody was clapping for them, and they felt kind of good. And then the priest said, "Hey, do me a favor. Can you leave the congregation?" He kicked out the people that were perfect, because church is not about people that are perfect. It's about people that need guidance, they need help, they need strength. So, when I go to church every week and people are like, they judge me, but I need a lot of help, a lot of strength, a lot of guidance. So I'm there for that reason. I'm not there because, I mean, yes, I want to be better. And every day you have a chance closer to be with God or stay away from God. So a day at a time is what it takes, and that's how you'll get to where you need to be. And God has been with me my whole life, and I wouldn't be here without him. So I'm very big on God. You should be big on your faith, whatever faith you choose, and you'll get where you need to be, because that's what it's gonna take for you to get there and be successful. Another one is how to save money in 2026, and that's a juicy one. But I've been doing it myself, and it's been working quite well. And I'll tell you what it is: stay home. Don't waste your money. Very simple. Do you have to go to the bars and drink? Do you have to go to that dinner? No. Do you have to get Uber Eats? Over 70% of Uber Eats are people that are mid class to lower class, mostly lower class. So the people with the less money are the ones being more lazy and not picking up their food, and not and spending their money. That's extra money that you don't need to spend. Now, I understand there's some days when you feel sick and you don't want to go. And I've done it myself, where I just want to be at the house and I order Uber Eats, but I limit that time because that's extra money that you don't need to be wasting. Same thing with the delivery. I mean, I go and I pick it up. Now with the gas, it might equal out. But other than that, I mean, don't waste your money. Stay home. Be boring. And then whenever you do go out, you'll have enough money to where you could spend a little bit more. Maybe if you stayed home, you save more money and you could do anything with it. So that's my recommendation on how to save money in 2026. Stay home, be boring, and you'll be on your way. It's a sacrifice for later on. Right now, with the war going on and all this ice going on, it's very, very, very touchy subject. So just stay home, guys, and save your money. Freedom of speech was another one that I had here. And it's not so. Freedom of speech is not free at all. There's consequences when you speak your mind, when you say something that's out of the ordinary. And you still got to be respectful at the end of the day, guys. You don't know who you're going to be reaching, what you're doing. So it's very important that you're considerate of others. And like my mom said, if you ain't got nothing nice to say, don't say it at all. There's some comments here that I saw, but I don't have nothing good to say, so I'm not even gonna mention it. So another one that I got a message on how do I meet celebrities. Very simple. Uh, this actually takes a lot of money, but there's always events going on that the celebrities get invited to, and they want to see. If I get floor tickets, more than likely I'm gonna run into somebody that I know that I look up to. For example, this past weekend I got to meet Cameron. He was a rapper, now he's a podcaster, and just last week he had over 250 million views. So this guy's doing his thing, and he really is the one that inspired me to do so. So I was able to take a picture with him, which was kind of cool. I chopped it up, told him, he inspired me to do so, and just motivated me more. He was a real cool guy. He said hi. I mean, I've met probably the biggest celebrity that I've met was The Rock. And this was when I was like 13, 14. And you won't believe it, but I met him at the Golden Corral in San Antonio. I just ended up bumping into him. I saw a guy with a Royal Rumble shirt, but really didn't pay attention till when I sat down, I saw there was like a group of people that wanted to take pictures and autographs with somebody. So when I was walking out, he was kind of walking out at the same time. So I asked him for a picture. Me and my sister took a picture with him, and that was the Royal Rumble back in the day. I think he was first starting off, but I doubt he's Golden Corral now. But shout out The Rock. Another wrestler I met was The Undertaker. I met him at the airport. Kind of funny story. I met him at the airport, and I was using the restroom, and I heard next to me there was a guy that he flushed the toilet, and he said, "Rest in peace." And then I heard a flush. Psh. So I was like, that was kind of weird. So then I get out and I wash my hands, and then he comes out, and it's The Undertaker. Now, he really didn't say that, but that's been my story, and I'm sticking to it. I was able to meet with him outside, and he was able. I asked him for a pic. He said, "Yeah," and we took a picture. But also, too, when you meet these celebrities, guys, treat them like people. Yeah, you get excited, but at the same time, be respectful. If they say yes, then yes. If they say no, then it's a no. I mean, you got to respect their time and their efforts. But yeah, a lot of fighters. I've known a lot of fighters. I've met a lot of fighters, boxers. I got to sit down next to my one of my favorites, Roy Jones Jr. at this past fight versus the Fondura versus Thurman, and that was like a couple of days ago. And he was a real cool guy, real chill guy. Um, Very competitive. I got to pick his brain a little bit. It was nice hanging out with him. I was able to hang out with the main event Thurman, even though he got pieced up pretty bad. I mean, Fondura's a cheat code, so I mean, I think a lot of people end up losing to Fondura, and we need to figure out a way on how to get him. I told Sebastian to get ready. Give him a couple of years, and he'll be ready. But you obviously need to be a taller fighter to fight him. Nate Diaz, he's one of my favorite fighters, and that guy, I've met him in LA, Miami, New York, Vegas, of course, a couple of times, and he's always down for a picture. I was drinking coffee with him this last time, and this guy is very like approachable. I mean, obviously you got to respect with him, and as you've seen, he slapped a couple people around. But yeah, that's what I mean. That's what it comes down to, being respectful. As long as you ask him nice. And I told him, let's say, man, you're a real G. Like, you're always down. He's like, yeah, that's what's up. And he's always down for the fans, and that's why he's so popular, because he's always good to go, and he's always down to. I gotta meet Metro Booming. He's always on my workout playlist. That guy just real amped up energy. I got to meet him at their Club Live. I had my homeboys take care of me. We had backstage. The whole nightclub was lit. It's probably one of my highlights of this past weekend. But I've also met Anuel. I was playing blackjack with him, and I didn't even know it was him till I heard his voice, and it sounded familiar. And then I look up, and it was him. And then I look back, and he had like 20 goons with him. But he was still nice enough to take a pic with me, chop it up, and lose money together, because we both lost money. But seen a lot of the guys. If you look at my social media, I've been through a lot of events, and I've taken pictures with a lot of people. All right, guys, so that's my time for today. Anything that you would like for me to talk about, comment in the section below, and we'll be happy to give you my hot take on it. And thank you for watching. Subscribe. We'll see you soon.